Now, Tickety-Boo News. I did want to talk about this political incorrectness that I've been saying, all this stuff against feminism and against people accusing people of racism. I don't want to tell anybody how to live. I think each person should live his best life, really consult his heart, consult the Bible, consult God about what his life, what he's made to be, what he or she is made to be, and follow that and not listen to all these people who are trying to promote all these ideas. But, Sigmund Freud had this whole, he really was a genius. He really did contribute to our knowledge of the way the mind works. But he also said a lot of stupid stuff. And one of the stupid things that he had was this idea of latency, especially in the arena of sexuality. So for years, decades, there was this idea that you could be a latent homosexual. You were homosexual, but you just didn't know it. You were going along, sleeping with your wife, but somehow you were secretly gay. And it was insane how, you can go back to old movies from the 50s and 60s and you'll see it. It's insane to think that if you are attracted to men or attracted to women, you don't know what you're attracted to. Men especially know what they are attracted to. They know what gets them excited. They know what gets them aroused. So it was a stupid idea. When Freud was thrown out by the left, mostly because of the things he said about women and homosexuals, when his ideas were hurled out by the left, they kept this idea of latency and they use it. It's a stupid idea, and they use it to call you racist when you're not racist. I believe you are a racist if you believe that race is morally determined. If you believe that someone is worse because he's black or brown or yellow or red or white, whatever you believe, I think you are a racist. And that's a philosophy. It's a way of looking at the world. If you don't believe that, you have all kinds of silly things that flash through your head. If a guy plays for the Boston Red Sox, you hate him. If he changes teams and plays for the Yankees, then you love him. Those are crazy things that happen in the human mind. So maybe sometimes you like white people better than black people. Maybe sometimes you're prejudiced against white people or whatever. But that doesn't make you a racist. That just makes you a human being. So I get so ticked off, especially with young people who accept this category of latent racism, latent sexism. It's absurd, and it's just there to control the way you talk. So I've been talking, and I think it especially hurts women because I think women are especially sensitive to social pressures. So I've been talking a lot about women, they never hear from moms. They never hear from at-home moms. And I was looking, Amanda Presto, one of my favorite writers here at the Daily Wire. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I just call her Amanda Presto. I think that's her Twitter handle. She writes this piece: despite the onslaught of propaganda telling young girls otherwise, a recent research paper distilling data from over 30 European countries concluded that mothers find homemaking preferable to working full-time. And this is in keeping to a British study in 2013 that found that stay-at-home mothers are more likely to think that their lives are worthwhile than women who go to work. They did a study of national happiness. Stay-at-home mothers tended not to suffer from boredom, frustration, feelings of worthlessness, according to this research on Britain's well-being. So where are you going to hear that? Nowhere. Nowhere. And when people say it, they get called names and they get shut down. And so your life, a pathway of life of happiness. I'm not saying this is for everybody. I'm not saying this is for anybody. I'm just saying a pathway to happiness that has been a pathway to female happiness for thousands of years, maybe 70,000 years, as long as we have history, maybe 2.5 million years, as long as there have been Homo sapiens. That pathway is shut down by this press that is corrupt and dishonest and not a good bunch of people. And that's the reason I'm being a little being politically incorrect, because I think somebody should say it. And I've been getting accused of racism all week. People saying, "Well, you're a racist, but you don't." Somebody tweeted me. They said it's the very nature of racism that you don't know you're a racist. Baloney. Malarkey. It's the nature of racism that you proclaim yourself racist. That is the nature of racism. Do not listen to this. The facts matter. The data matter. Your own heart and your own desires matter. Your life matters. And that's why studies like this are important. It's important that people like Amanda are writing about them and getting out the news. All right, tomorrow we have James O'Keefe, don't we? Excellent. I'm looking at his book, American Pravda, I believe it's called, American Pravda, and he will be here to talk about that and about the good work he is doing exposing the censorship on Twitter and elsewhere. I'm Andrew Klavan. This is The Andrew Klavan Show. We will see you then. The Andrew Klavan Show is produced by Robert Sterling. Executive producer, Jeremy Boring. Senior producer, Jonathan Hay. Our supervising producer is Mathis Glover. Technical producer, Austin Stevens. Edited by Alex Zingaro. Audio is mixed by Mike Cormina. Hair and makeup is by Jesua Alvera. And our animations are by Cynthia Angulo and Jacob Jackson. The Andrew Klavan Show is a Daily Wire Forward Publishing production. Copyright Forward Publishing 2018.